What a shame.
Shame.
Pain.
Shame.
What a shame.
Pain.
What a shame.
Shame.
Pain.
What a shame.
Shame.
Pain. 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 Pain.
evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Game Night on Saturday the 29th of April. I've got a new webcam. Hopefully it's all going to work. I did test it before going on. I'm going to turn it on in a minute, but I've just realised that Chrome has signed itself out, and I'm just about to grab the question pad that I need. But first, a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Now this is a story all about how I've been subbed to this channel for 24 months, so I like to take a minute, just sit right there and tell how you can win Bully's special prize. I also take a please Ben #birds #good evening.
Good evening to you, Puzzle Dan. Thank you for the 2 years subscription. My goodness gracious me. Most grateful to you, and thank you for that welcome message. Let's see if this camera works. Ta-ha! Yes. So the sort of the aura, the orange glow is a reflection of how warm it is in this room, because it's been quite warm today, and as is well documented, this room gets warm when it's warm outside. So, yeah, it's like I've changed the light. I mean, there are settings on it. I mean, I've turned the white balance off, although I've adjusted the white balance, so I can turn it down again, and now it's a bit cold. If I put white balance onto auto, then I go sort of that colour. If I turn the white balance right up, then I'm sort of orange. If I put it down there, then it's a bit cold. So maybe I'll turn it down a bit. That'll do. Yeah. Anyway, the orangery too long. Oh, very good, very good, very good. Where's my button? There it is. Anyway, great to have you all here. Hope you're keeping well. And I'm not sure who got the most out of that. Possibly Toot on that Plinko pack, a nice puzzly pack from Fired. Lots of puzzles, 2 stars off. A lovely little pack, so thank you very much to Fired for providing us with that. Good evening to you all. Hope you're having a good weekend. It's a bank holiday weekend. Mrs. Flush and Mini Flush have gone over to the Brackens. Apparently you're not allowed to call it that anymore because they changed it to a Welsh name, but it's... I looked on Google Maps. It's not a million miles away from where I work, but they've gone hiking around that place, and Mrs. Flush continuing her 3 Peaks challenge training. It turns out I didn't really have much on this weekend, so it's been kind of nice. Took the dog for a nice walk this morning. Did sort of 2.5 miles, which was good. I was just not the official name. Oh, is that right? Rishi Sunak said, I'm going to still keep calling it that, and Twitter got very cross for some reason. Mind you, whenever is Twitter not cross? Clive a Legend, thank you very much for the 41-month subscription as well. Goodness me, I was soon down with the dog when that came in. We have a leak at work, 2 sprained ankles and a fractured collar so far. Yeah, not so good. But thank you very much for the 41 month. That's a lot of... months. Very grateful to you for the support. To everybody, good evening and welcome to Arun and Mark and Colo, to Dario, AB, me, Lewis, Kamikaze, Puzzle Dan, Shapes, Fernando, Proogs, Toot, Jack, Claire, Shadowmain BC, Jogging G Islands, Lupine, Ferbster, Sotley, Natter, Innis, Apodo, and Score Count, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us this Saturday evening for what promises to be a super fun evening of Game Night. Had a really good pack from Fire to start us off, and we've now got a pack of Data Leak from Arun. Very grateful to him, and to Odie, who has proofed this one, whose parting words were he's sad that he can't take part in it, such is the quality of the pack. So, if you are ready to play, you are going to need to type in the code, and if you want to play Data Leak, it has got any time entry, but your best bet is to get in at the start, and you do that by typing in this here code. BDYZ. Bring door yog zerk. No, that's not. Those aren't words. Ben does your Zulu. Ben drives yonder zoo. Ben, drive yonder zoo. The B's are back in town. Indeed they are. Anyway, come join. We've only got 2. Ben does your Zumba. There we go, that'll do. Big drips yonder zoo. So it's penultimate stream before the season finale, which is next Saturday. Penny prize draw. What else have we got? The Mole, the Abyss, Crossfire, I think. Yes, that's all next week. And then I'm taking a bit of time off. I'm actually away for at least one weekend in the middle of May, and we've got Useless Noisemaker's wedding on the 27th, so there's actually 2 Saturdays I couldn't have done anyway. So I'm at a wedding on the 27th. I'm up in Salford on the 20th, and just sort of taking the 2 intervening. So maybe I'm away for 4 weeks then. I'm away for 4 weeks. Oh no, because I'm here next week. So yeah, I'm here on the 6th for the finale, and then 13th I think I'm just sort of taking it off, just because yeah, there are no more games to play on that one. I haven't got anything like diary, but work's getting a bit busy, so I'm over in Philly a couple of times next month. So yeah, I'll just be resting up on the 13th. But soon it's Matt the Ref. Welcome to the stream. Great to see you. And yeah, I'm off to Media City on the 20th, and then it's Kira's wedding on the 27th. And then the plan is to start season 11 on the 3rd of June. 3rd of June is the plan. I have got a gig in Guildford, but apparently I'll get away by about 6:30, which means I'll be back by about 7:30. So it might be a slightly later start on the season 11 opener, but I'll keep you posted either way. Oh yeah, there's also Eurovision Song Contest. That's a thing. That's everyone will be watching that, won't they? It's just a gig, Matt. It's a wedding. I'm doing the ceremonies at 3, and then I'm playing the reception during canapes as well. So yeah, it's a nice gig. Nice couple that came around last weekend and met them, sort of talked music and stuff. So yeah, they seem really good. Fernando's cashing in 100 pennies there. Let me do that before that queue gets too long. So yeah, you do need to cash in your pennies before the penny prize draw. The more pennies you have, the more chance you have of winning a prize in the penny prize draw. Fluid Fernando, 100 pennies going to you. Mark is complete. So yeah, you'll have until the end of the Abyss at next week's stream. Oh, Shadowmane's also cashing in 100 pennies. So I should probably leave that set at 100 pennies, shouldn't I? Oops. Nope. Shadowmane. Award pennies. There you go. So yeah, lots of things going on at the moment. She's still around. I'm sure she's still around. She's yeah, just sort of prepping to get married. It's a busy time. Colo cashing in 500 pennies there. Very nice. Award pennies, 500 pennies. There you go. Marker's complete. Refresh that. It should be up to date. And Colo cashing in another 100 pennies. Colo definitely wants that Persephone's Chair t-shirt and the QWERTY voucher. That's obviously what's happening there. Colo cashing in another 100 pennies. There you go. We'll mark that as complete. Puzzle. Oh, Innis cashing in 500. I'll do Puzzle Dan's first because I've already got 100 marked up. 100 pennies. There you go, Puzzle Dan. And Innis wanting 500 pennies. Award pennies. There we go. Right, we're going to get on with the quiz, to coin a phrase. This has been written by Arun Aromatics. Should be good fun pack. Lots of whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot in this one. Hackbox not in this game, though it is in the next game. We're playing Google That by Proogs a bit later on. That's a really good pack, so yeah, make sure you stick around for that. But for now, it's Data Leak by Arun, and I think the sting is nearly at an end for the second time through, so I'm just going to let it run out. And it might be ages. And then our game will begin. So about 5 seconds. It is indeed a state of mind. Right, let's play Data Leak. Oh, and welcome PC to the game. Right, round 1 is called 5 Degrees. You'll be shown 5 puzzles. Each puzzle has a category and 5 clues. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. If you're wrong, you're frozen out for 8 seconds, but you can then try again afterwards. The faster you answer correctly, the more points you get. Simple as that. Fingers on buzzers, or on keyboards as it were, gang. Let's go to our first puzzle, which is a country. The sketch group who created the internet series 1999 and Glenridge Secondary College are from this country. And for 4 points, an actress from this country has played Harley Quinn in films since 2016. Colo and BC are first 2 break cover, Claire also picking up 4, and a few others. For 3 points now, a quiz show from this country is based on the popular TV segment Hard Chat. I would have worked it out from 4, but I've definitely got it from that. For 2, the singers Iggy Azalea and Sia were born in this Antipodean country. Or Antipodian, if you prefer. And for a single point, the television soap operas Neighbours and Home and Away originated in this country. It's bloody Australia, mate. I'm sorry, I can't do an Aussie accent, so I'm never going to do that again. Well done if you picked up some points, some 4s, some 3s, and some 2s going out there. And Clivy, welcome to the stream, my dude. Great to have you with us. And thank you for the 41 months if you weren't here for me to say that before. Let's clear the board and go on to puzzle number 2. Object. First known one of these objects was demonstrated at the exhibition of the Industry of All Nations in 1853, and goodness me, Clive! Late to the game, but picking up 5 on his first puzzle. Well played there. The world's tallest one of these objects, found in South Africa for 4 points, is just under 2,300 metres in height. No one for 4. For 3, an example of this object at Willingyan, China, is unusual because it is found outdoors. Willingyan, possibly. For 2 points, a 55.2 metre tall object of this type is found at Hampstead Tube Station. For a single point, Elisha Otis is known for these objects which generally transfer people from one floor to another in buildings. It's a lift, also accepted elevator there. Yes, a lift or an elevator. I remember a run said to me, one of the hardest things he had about this particular run was what category to put it in. Decided to go with object. Incidentally, on the previous question, I've just missed the citations there. The comedy group, the sketch group from Glenridge Secondary College are Auntie Donna. Margot Robbie was the actress who played Harley Quinn. And Hard Quiz, as I'm sure most of us knew there, was the quiz show in question. Let's clear the board and go on to puzzle number 3. We're looking for a composer. A hymn that uses words by Cecil Spring Rice uses music written by this composer. Oh, I thought someone would get it for that. Apparently not. For 4. He was born in Cheltenham in 1874. Two's in for 4 now. As are a few others in his Charlemagne Tadaro. Well played. For 3, his setting of Christina Rossetti's In the Bleak Midwinter is a popular Christmas carol. Not Harold Dark, the other one. Hint. For 2 points, his most famous composition includes sections called The Bringer of War and The Winged Messenger. And for a single point, he composed the orchestral suite The Planets, from where those other 2 pieces, and indeed the hymn tune from number 5, are taken. Gustav Holst was the answer. Gustav Holst. Yes, that hymn is I Vow to Thee My Country, and it is taken from Jupiter, from the Planet Suite, the bringer of jollity. Yes, he was. Very British. Very British indeed. Good points going out there. Let's clear that board and move rapidly on to puzzle number 4. And we're after a profession or occupation. Equipment used by members of this profession include burnishers and scalers. Oh, Nando! Well played. And Toot as well, picking up 5 for 4 now. It was the profession of Doc Holliday after he graduated from a Pennsylvania college. A couple of 4s creeping in here. Well played. And for 3, in the British sitcom My Family, it was the profession of Robert Lindsay's character Ben Harper. I thought this might be lower down. This is a dead giveaway for me, but I did love that show. For 2 points, members of this medical profession can have the letters DDS after their name. And for a single point, procedures performed by this profession include teeth whitening and fillings. They would be dentists, of course. Robert Lindsay's from pretty much our backyard, Ben. Is he? He's Ilkeston in it. Oh, that's from Oni. Oh, our backyard is in the Midlands. I was going to say, I don't think I'm from the same area as a run. Is he Ilkeston? Also, my backyard is kind of the south. I'm sort of an adopted southerner now. DDS is Doctor of Dental Surgery. I believe my half-brother, who I don't see very much because he grew up with the other half of my parents, so to speak. I think he's DDS. I think he's a dentist. I'm not very fond of the dentist at the moment because I had to go there on Monday, have a filling replaced, and still in a lot of pain from the general anaesthetic, which has, I think, left an ulcer for me. Right at the back. Lots of fun. Also, I couldn't eat for like 2 hours, which is never good. Anyway, well done if you got dentist. Let's clear the board. One more needed, or one more in this round. Puzzle number 5, and we're after a broadcaster. In 2007, this broadcaster narrated the first series of Helicopter Heroes. Hello, Clive, formally. Welcome to the stream. At 4, he began co-hosting a show on Amazon Prime in 2016. For 3, he was the original host of the science entertainment series Brainiac. God, that's a flashback right there. And for 2, when filming a motoring show in 2006, he was involved in a crash in a jet-propelled car. And for a single point, he formerly hosted Top Gear alongside Jeremy Clarkson and James May. It's the hamster, Richard Hammond himself. Yeah, Brainiac's going back a bit. The Amazon Prime show was The Grand Tour, which started in 2016. Top Gear in all but name on Amazon Prime. And yeah, Brainiac. God, it takes me back to... Well, it says 2006. Oh, no, the motoring show was 2006. Oh, the accident, yes. Brainiac. Yeah, Brainiac, I remember that from like high school. John Tickle, yes, John Tickle Erasure. Yeah, 'cause John Tickle started out as a Big Brother contestant, I think. I must have been in year 10, year 11. Things that make you go, Indeed so. Happy memories. That is the end of round 1. Let's clear the board and check out the scores. One more thing you can't do while being shot with electricity. Indeed. That's the end of round 1. Nando, Colo, and 2, have got off to an early lead with 15 points apiece. Innes in second with 14. Shapes has got 13, currently in third place, but it's all very close. BC at Sotley, Mark and Shadowman have got 12. Claire, Clive and Prugs are on 11. Apodo, Matt and Lupine on 10. AB Me's got 8. Kamikaze and Tadara on 7. Jack and Bassoonist on 4. Nata and Dan on 3. That was the end of round 1. I had a lot of fun with that. Let's go on to round number 2. It's the content filter, very similar to round 1 in lots of ways, except each puzzle has a category and 5 objects, events, or characters that feature in the answer. Basically the same, except the clues generally tend to be a little bit shorter. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. Incorrect attempts freeze you out for 8 seconds once again. Some of these, sometimes I put in the category, for example, film from quotes. I'm just trying to check if that is one that's down here. It doesn't look like it is. This week, or in this particular pack, you haven't got that, so you might have to work out specifically what the clues are referring to in relation to the category. I'm not going to give you that information. Aaron has chosen not to give it, which is completely fine. In fact, I'm not even sure if it's in the rules that you can include that, but either way. It's the content filter. Good luck, have fun. Here is puzzle number 1, and we're looking for... a country. Of course, you've not written a film question. Of course not. A country. Jeffrey Palmer, 1989 to 1990. Jack Lupine and Shakes picking up an early 5 points there. Well played. Bill English, 2016 to 2017. Helen Clark, 1999 to 2008. And for 2, John Key, 2008 to 2016. And for a single point, Jacinda Ardern, 2017 to 2023. Yeah, that was the Kiwis. We had the Aussies earlier on, and now New Zealand's turn. Yes, those are all prime ministers, all former prime ministers of New Zealand, arranged there by their years, but not in order, apparently by most well-knownedness, if that's a word. Well played. Let's clear the board. Can we have a whole round of that? Oh, you'd like that, with you, Jack. Oh, we go. Puzzle number 2. We're looking for a play. Prince Aeschylus. Mark in for 5. Strong play. For 4, Friar John. And for 3, Benvolio. A few more coming in now. For 2, Tybalt. And finally, for a single point, Lady Montague. That's the Montagues and the Capulets from the ballet of the same name, Romeo and Juliet. Prokofiev's version. Can Romeo come out to play, please? Oliver, welcome to the stream, buddy. Great to have you. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet's what we wanted. That William Shakespeare play. On we go. Next one, puzzle number 3. We are looking for a song. Light in every word. Those are all characters, by the way, from Romeo and Juliet, in case that wasn't clear. Tied you to a kitchen chair. Yeah, I thought a few might get it from this one. 3, you saw her bathing on the roof. The minor 4, the major lift. And for a single point, I've heard there was a secret chord. These are all lyrics from the song Hallelujah. Spelling was important on that one. Silent Marine, welcome to the stream. Yes, those are all lyrics. Completely wrong first time, right? Spell it without the H or the J. Yes, I've heard there was a secret chord. David played it, Please the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? Someone told me that the scales fell from my eyes. There's a line in that song, because I sing this with one of my choirs, and they're not exclusively, but broadly older members. And there's a line, and someone told me in it that's about sex, and now I haven't disclosed this, but now I find it really awkward whenever the choir sing it. And remember when I moved in you? And I was like, I just sang that line forever. And I was like, then someone said, yeah, that's about sex. I said, obviously that's about sex. Yeah. Remember when I moved in you, the holy dove was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah. As it goes, well played, we've got some points there. Let's clear the board and move on to puzzle number 4. Unconventional for our style of quiz here, but we are after a first name. Tan, author. It is a great song, it's Ollie, I have to say. It's a very good song. Wow! A lot of 5s on this one. For 4, Gledhill, comedian. For 3, Sedaris, actress. There's a film reference, Aram. For 2, Coney Barrett, Supreme Court Justice. And for a single point, Winehouse, singer. And Silent Marie makes it a perfect border green. Yes, they're all Amy's. Amy Tan, Amy Gledhill, Amy Sedaris, Amy Coney Barrett, and Amy Winehouse. Very well played. Let's clear the board. Lots of 5s going out on that particular puzzle, so well played there. One final puzzle of the round, puzzle number 5, and we're after a number. Answer is a digit is my recommendation. Number of stars on the flag of Eswatini. Digit or digits, I suppose. For the number of kings of Scotland named Richard. For 3 points, the number of times the word God appears in the book of Esther. For 2 points, the number of people who have walked on Mars. And for a single point, the result of multiplying any integer by 0. Oh, Basudis, are you going to get back in time? I don't think you are. Oh, bad luck. It was a great big 0 there. Yeah, no stars on the flag of Eswatini. Well done, Nando, picking up 5 points there. I think the only one to do so. Very nicely done. That is the end of the puzzle. Is there a number? It is a concept. I disagree. I think it's an even number because it's a number that when divided by 2 has and results in a number that ends in 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. It has an odd number either side of it, -1 and 1. And it itself ends in a 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. So yeah, I would argue it is a number. Is even and 1 is prime. I would not be taking feedback. One is not prime. One is the exception to the rule. Let's not get into advanced number theory just now, I think. We'll save it for the chat afterwards. Oh, no, I've already discovered the concept of lots of infinities. Some infinities are bigger than others. So, and it was on a number file video. I'm a big nerd, a big number nerd. Boo, says it subtly. Oh, I'm very sorry if you are upset by that. But we're going to clear the board and check out the scores. Innes with a single point lead on 33. Nando, Toot and Shapes in second on 32. Mark in third on 29. We've then got Claire and Liam on 27. Clyde's got 25. Podo's on 24. Kodo and Prugs on 23. Lupi 22. BC and Jack on 21. Matt's got 18. Shadowmane and Tadaro on 16. ABME's got 15. Kamikaze 13. Nata 12. Puzzle Down 11. Bassoonist 9. And Silent Marine's got 2. Still plenty of quiz to go though, and we are going to move rapidly on to round number 3. Your mum's weight is bigger than infinity. What are you, 12, Tadaru? Come on. Keep it on the mobile for now, fair enough. Any other name is the name of round number 3. You're going to be shown 5 puzzles once again, and each puzzle has 5 different descriptions of the same word. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. Incorrect attempts once again freeze you out for 8 seconds. And because of the nature of the round, you're going to get 5 different descriptions, which could be in different things. So for this round, there are no categories, okay? But you get 5 different descriptions of the same word or words. They are all single words in this. There's a couple where more than one word will be accepted. But yes, single words for the most part. Good luck, fingers on keyboards, and we'll go to puzzle number 1. Magazine currently edited by Brendan Walsh. Oh, breaking everyone there. For 4, confection made with sugar, butter, milk, and condensed milk. Boozing in is picking up 4 there, well played. For 3, a flat slab of stone historically used for inscription. For 2, a compressed measured amount of medication, also known as a pill. And for a single point, a portable computer with a touchscreen such as the Apple iPad. That would be a tablet. A tablet computer, or the tablet would also have been accepted there. Nicely done. Let's move on. Bloody love me some tablet, me. I don't know, it's a new one to me, I have to say. Oh, we go, puzzle number 2. We're not looking for anything because there's no category. But the first description is a video game series created by the Oliver twins, launched in 1987. Oh, lupine. Within 5 seconds. Very impressive. The name of the cement mixer in Bob the Builder. Ah, that's a good name for a cement mixer. For 3 points, UK #1 single for Vic Reeves and the Wonder Stuff. For 2 points, the nickname of musician John Burks Gillespie. I bet Bash knows that one. For a single point, adjective describing a person suffering from vertigo. Dizzy is the answer. I'm not calling you out, Ash. I just saw it in my notes. I thought, oh, Ash will know that one. Yeah, Dizzy Gillespie. Was he a trumpeter? Was Dizzy Gillespie the one who always puffed his cheeks out when he played? Let's get him mixed up with. So one of them was the big names from the old school of jazz was a pianist, and I always think it's Dizzy Gillespie, but it's not. It's not Miles Davis. He was a trumpeter. Who's the famous pianist? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, Fancy World Dizzy was an anthropomorphic egg. Oh, did he have the bent trumpet? Famous pianist. Well, it's not going to be Yu Zhou Wang, is it? she's a classical pianist. Duke Ellington. Thank you, Nando. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, Duke Ellington. He just assumed these big names from like the first school of jazz are all trumpeters. But yeah, Duke Ellington was the pianist. Yeah, Dizzy Gillespie. Yeah, that works. Let's go to the board. Hello, Ash, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. On we go. Puzzle number 3. Starting with the derivation of the name of the chemical element with atomic number 72. You get this for 5, I'll be impressed. For 4, blank interpretation, the theory of quantum mechanics attributed to Niels Bohr. In his Navy, me picking up 4 points, well played. As it shapes. For 3, the horse owned by the Duke of Wellington. Having gone from Duke Ellington, we've now got the Duke of Wellington. Nice. All starting to make sense. For 2 points, the city home to the Little Mermaid statue. And for a single point, the capital city of Denmark. They are all Copenhagen is the answer. Hafnium was the element with atomic number 72, derived from the Latin for Copenhagen. So that's a good bit of quiz trivia knowledge to store away for a rainy day. Well played, let's clear the board and go on to puzzle number 4. Here it is. Species of duck native to East Asia. Oh, goodness me, well played. 3 people cracking it for 5. And it's Claire and Lupine, well played for 4. Arch enemy of Iron Man. At 3, style of short collar. For 2 points, small citrus fruit similar to the tangerine and the satsuma. And for a single point, blank Chinese, the most commonly spoken language in China. Crispy. Yeah, crispy duck. Mandarin was the answer we were after. Oh yes, I swapped 2 of those clues around at Arun's request, clue 3 and clue 1, getting swapped over there. Yes, Mandarin was the answer. So I learned that the Mandarin is Iron Man's arch enemy. Yeah, is the Mandarin the one in the first one, or was he the one played by Ben Kingsley in the third Iron Man film? I forget. Like, I would have just said Thanos at that point, and that probably would have been incorrect. It is the one for the third one, yeah, the one with Ben Kingsley. Cool. Well done if you got some points there. We've got one more puzzle in this round. Fingers on your keyboards, and there is no category. But here's the first definition. For 5 points, blank Stein, or Steen possibly, Christmas confection made from gingerbread, jelly, marzipan, and chocolate. For 4, US pizza chain. For 3, name given to the effect where one event sets off a chain of other events. And for 2, Derek and the Blank, US band. And for a single point, game involving tiles containing up to 12 pips. Dominoes, or domino. I would also have accepted domino effect there, with or without the E, with or without the S. Would have been fine. Yes, Dominoes. Was it Derek and the Dominoes who did Layla? Layla, got me on my knees. Was that Eric Clapton? I was getting them mixed up. Possibly because Eric Clapton was in Derek and the Dominoes. Domino's Biggie, yes, yeah, it is a US pizza chain. I was actually looking at that thinking maybe that should have come lower down, but maybe in there as an early clue, people will think, oh, it couldn't be as obvious as being Domino's. Eric Clapton was the aforementioned Derek. There we go. I was right. Yeah, Derek and the Dominoes. Layla's such a great riff there. Yes, yeah. Great song. Right, that's the end of round 3. I think we should check out the scores. Ines now has a clear lead of 4 points with 52. Toot is in second with 48. Shapes in third with 47, but still live and kicking. We've got Claire and Nando on 44. Lupine's got 41. Mark on 39. Liam's got 38. Clive on 36. Colo and Prug's on 35. Apodo's got 32. Jack and Shadow on 31. BC 27. Nata 25 to Diary 24. AV, me and Matt on 23. Puzzle Dan's got 19. The Bassoonist has 18. Kamikaze 16. And Silent Marine has 9. Lots of good scores going on, and it's still wide open because there are still 50 points available in the final 2 rounds. 5 questions in each, 5 points maximum available for each question. Sorry, I just saw an at me here. Oh, Hello, Jogging. Welcome to the stream. I do just in time for round 4 of Data League. Let's go there now. It's the clue chain. You're going to be shown 5 puzzles once again, and each puzzle has a category of 5 clues, with letters gradually being added to each. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. Spelling must be exact in this round because it's basically Wheel of Fortune / Hangman. And incorrect stamps will once again freeze you out for 8 seconds, but you may try after your lockout ends. You may continue to have another go, but spelling must be exact. There's no weird punctuation to worry about, just a handful of spaces, but do include them, as I think it cones out the spaces, but I might be wrong, so spaces would be a good idea as well. So round number 4, let's get going, and we're starting with a novel and author. The two are not related. 4, 6, 3, 12 for 5 points. And for 4. Oh, Mark, well played. 4 points right there. For 3. Innes increasing his lead. Maybe me and Apoda also picking up 3. A few more coming in now for 2 points. And for a single point. Jane Austen and Frankenstein was the answer, or the pair there. Yes, yes, the two are not related, being the clue there. Novel and author, but the two are not related. Well played. If you got some points, let's clear the board and move right along to puzzle number 2. A spirit and a cocktail. The two are not related. 3395. Nando just sneaking in 5 points right on the bell there. Well played. And for 3. For 2. And for 1. Most was getting that. It was rum and Singapore sling, despite the fact I think a Singapore sling contains gin, does it not? I'm going to have to look that one up. Pineapple juice and lime. Yes, gin is the main ingredient in a Singapore sling. Not rum, but we did say the two were not related. On we go. Yes, they are related. Yes. Yes, they are indeed.
Duh.
Puzzle number 3 coming in, and we're looking for a band and album. The two are not related. 6385 for 5. Oh, Mark! Bloody hell. Well played for 4 points. Well, Mark getting 5 for 4 points for everyone else now. And for 3. A few more getting in now. And for 2. A little bit of monkey brain there. I almost just read the answer at 2 points. I was like, don't do that. And for a single point. Hey, we've all gone green. Nice to see. Boston and American Idiot. Of course, American Idiot was by Green Day, not by Boston, but as we established, the two are not related. Let's clear the board and go on to puzzle number 4. We're looking for an artist and painting. The two are not related. 610336. And for 4. For 3. Mark's first in. And for 2. Tricky one here. And for 1. Oh, only a smattering of players getting this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you getting Alanis Morissette and The Scream. Funny you should say that, Tadara. Everyone's written here. Oh, you were expecting a different type of artist, were you? Yeah, Alanis Morissette and The Bit of a red herring there. Alanis Morissette, of course, did not paint The Scream. The Scream was painted by Gustav... Was it Klimt? Was it Klimt who... No, it wasn't Klimt who did The Scream. Was it Klimt? Who did The Scream? I can't remember. Someone tell me. Or was it Klimt? It's like screaming. Munch! Edvard Munch, that's the one, not Klimt. Knew how to one-syllable surname. Yes, Alanis Morissette, who did Ironic, the screen painted by Edvard Munch. Not painted by Alanis Morissette, but as we established, the two were not related. Let's clear the board. One more in this. I really like this last one. This is really good. Puzzle number 5, we're looking for an actor and a scientist. The two are not related. 533953. For 4. Oh, Innes is in for 4. Got a 10-point lead now. For 3. Well done, Kodo. Well done, Nando, as well. For 2. And for 1. This is such a great clue. Oh, such a great puzzle. It was Brian Cox and Professor Brian Cox. Brian Cox, the actor, and Professor Brian Cox, the man who talks very softly like this and talks about string theory quite a lot. Professor of the University of Manchester, I believe. Yes, Brian Cox and Professor Brian Cox. It is. It's a work of art, this one. They're not related. They have both appeared on... I think they appeared on the one show on the same episode, and the universe didn't fold in on itself. So, yeah, we think they are different people. But, yeah, there we go. Well played if you got some points there. Let's clear the board and check out the scores. Innes, with that 10-point lead now, has got a firm advantage coming into the final round on 67. Mark and Toot both on 57. Nando and Shapes on 56. So a bit of a battle on for third place here. Second place, even. Claire still in contention as well with 54. It's Sotley 51. Lupine 48. Apodo and Clive on 45. Colo and Prugs on 44. Jack's got 40. Shadowmane 37. Tadara is on 35. AB Me and BC on 33. Nat has got 30. Matt's got 27. The Bassoonist on 21. Dan on 20. Kamikaze 18. Silent Rain 11. And Jogging on 5. One more round for your troubles, and it is all a blur. It's all a blur. You'll be shown 5 pictures. Each picture has a category. The picture will gradually come into sharper focus. Points decrease every 10 seconds. Incorrect attempts once again freeze you out for 8 seconds. At the 2-point mark, you will also get a cryptic clue appear across the bottom of the screen to help you out towards the answer. And each of these cryptic clues also contains some capitalized words which will form an anagram of the correct answer. So bear that in mind if you need some extra help by the time we get down to the 2-pointer. Good luck to you all. It's the final round. 25 points up for grabs. And here is puzzle number 1. It is a food. Takes glasses off. It does sort of work, actually, if you squint at it in a certain way. It can sort of help bring things into sharper focus a bit. For 4 points. And for 3, Claire's the first in, followed closely by Lupine. And for 2, when out fruit picking with the host, I put some of these in Ben's carrier bag. And for a single point now. Keep pressing and guessing. Just say what you see now. They are cranberry, is also accepted the singular form with a Y at the end rather than an IES. Never seen the appeal of cranberries on their own. Do I have to let it linger? Oh, you're not a fan of cranberries, Proogs? No, I quite like cranberry sauce, though. Nice reference. Yes, I would never buy raw cranberries. I might buy some cranberry sauce, though. Well played, have you got some points there? Oh, banned. It's a joke. That's a reference that's gone over my head, I'm afraid. Let's clear the board. I'm going to have to go get some more Schlur. I had a beer earlier on when I had dinner, but I only had one left. So it's either open a bottle of wine or have some spirits. I might get some Southern Comfort and lemonade in a bit. Maybe some amaretto and Coke. We'll get a poll going in a bit. But I'm going to finish off the bottle of Schlur I've got first of all. Let's move on. Puzzle number 2, and we are looking for an actor. For 5. And for 4. Coming into sharper focus for 3 points now. And for 2, this Tropic Thunder actor only stars in belters. Nil chance of him appearing in a bad film. And for 1 point now. It's Ben Stiller is who we're after there. I think I accepted surname only. It wasn't down originally, but I think I added it in, so Stiller would also have been accepted there. Very well played. You've got some points. 15 points left up for grabs. Innes has got an 11-point lead. It could be a done deal by the end of this question. Let's clear the board and go on to puzzle number 3. We're looking for an instrument. I like that the alpha is making this really tricky. He says, as 3 people, 4 people, 5 people immediately get 5 points. And Innes securing his victory there with that 5 points. Now has an insurmountable lead for 4. And now for 3. And for 2 points, a percussionist I knew once said these drums could do with some paint. I'm not sure they did, though. And for 1. It's a timpani, is what it is there, with an interesting pixel border around the edge of it, which the pixelator quite enjoyed. Also accepted kettle drum. Kettle drum is another name for the timpani. Drum on its own, though, I'm afraid, was not sufficient. Let's clear the board. Innes has got the gold medal, only 10 points left, and he's got an 11-point lead, but the fight is on for second place. 2 on 67, Mark on 66, Claire and Nando and Shapes all on 63, still very much in this game. Let's go on to puzzle number 4, and we are looking for a garment. For 4. And for 3. Innes has taken his foot off the gas, just picking up 3 points there. For 2, always wanted one of these, but thought it was too high a cost. Wait, no more. There's a sale on. Oh, wait, no more. There's a sale on. So I was thrown by the capitalisation there. For 1 point now. What is it? Just say what you see now. It's a waistcoat. Well, it is snooker season, I suppose. Also accepted vest if you are American and insist on calling it a vest. To my mind, a vest is something you wear underneath your shirt, which is sort of like an extra layer to keep you warm. It looks not unlike that, but it's sort of made of cotton rather than being smart. Keep pressing and guessing. Absolute tabard. Well done if you did get waistcoat there. We've got one more puzzle in this pack. Fingers on keyboards. We are looking for transport. Big break when. We get more questions. For 5 points. Oh, Jack is straight in. And for 4. 3. Toot secured the silver and Mark secures the bronze. Well played. Remember, points equal pennies in this game, though, so do keep getting, do keep pressing and guessing if you're not there. You can use this on a river, you can use this on the ocean, but you can't really use this on land, as seen here. Anagram of ocean. Oh, Shadowmane's going to deprive us of a perfect board at the end there. It's a canoe, not a kayak. A kayak is distinctly different. I'm not sure what the technical difference is, but they're not the same thing. I do know that. Can't have your kayak and eat it. No, you cannot. Makes us the true winners here. Why are you the true winner? What did Nando say? What have you said, Nando? Nice score for us. Oh, have you finished on 69? Very nice. Yes, you have. Can you tell the difference? Where's...
Pain.
You get that one, Matt. That is the end of Puzzle 5. It's the end of Round 5 and the end of the quiz. So let's clear the board and check out the final scores. And the gold medal goes to Innes with 85 points. Toot's going to take the silver with 75. And Mark is going to take home the bronze with 73. Let's see where that puts you onto the leaderboard. Let's take a look at our data leak medal table. Toot, that is your 5th silver medal to go with your 11 gold and your 2 bronze. Innes, that is your 5th gold medal to go with your 3 silver and 4 bronze. And Mark, that is your 2nd bronze medal to go with your 2 silver and 1 gold. Most of the gold medals in this game are Toot. Actually, no, that's not quite true. Not most. 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 belong to other players. 11 belong to Toot. Toot has all the golds in this game. But strong play, strong play. But for everyone else, points equal pennies in this game. They will be added on to your penny banks when the credits roll in just a few minutes' time. Thank you very much to A Run for a delightful pack there. Really good fun, really well written. A couple of beautiful questions in there that particularly stood out for me. So thank you for your efforts, and thank you very much as well to Oni for proofing that for us. We're going to take a short break. It is 9:10, so I'm going to go and get myself another drink. And when we come back, though, we have got a lovely game of Google That. You will need Hackbox devices for this game. You don't need a microphone, but it's sort of limited lobby, 12 hot seat players, but there is an open lobby game for everybody else as well. I proofed this one myself for Proogs. Very few issues with it. Not without its difficulties in places, but it's a full tome of information that he's provided on his citations. So you should learn something, I would say, and lots of fun to be had in it as well. So do stick around. If you're subscribed, then you'll just get some nice music. If you're not subscribed, you'll see some adverts, but don't worry, we won't start the next game without you. I hope that you will join me for that in just a few minutes. For now, though, you have been playing Data Leak. Congratulations to Mark Toot and especially to Innes. Thanks again to Arun and to Oni, and I will see you in a few minutes' time. If I focus on the right window. Bollocks. Come back button. There we go. See you in a minute. Leaky44, if you'd like a little penny bonus at this time, type it into chat or whisper it to the bot for some bonus pennies. I'm going to go top up my glasses. I encourage you to do the same. I'm going to play some adverts, so if you're not subbed, you'll see a few ads, but we won't start the next game without you. And when we come back, we will be playing Proogs' Google That pack. A lot to like about it, so I do hope you'll stick around and join me. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the second part of this evening's game night, where it is Google That time. It feels like ages since we played this game. And then I checked the pack days. The last one we had was from BC in sort of the end of February. So it has been the better part of 2 months, about over 2 months, since we last saw Google That. But it is back this evening with a lovely pack written by Proogs. Hackbox devices will be required if you would like to take part, either in the hot seat game or in the lobby game. Both of them have got medals attached. There is a medal for the lobby winner, and there are gold, silver, and bronzes for the 3 players in the hot seat, plus lots of pennies up for grabs. And if you want to play Google That tonight, you're going to need to enter this here code. VPJL, or rather, come and join that Hackbox room. Don't enter that code. Oh, I haven't done the I don't think I've done the Twitch authorization yet. You're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. So you get a one-time password whispered back to your Hackbox device, and then you'll need to whisper it to Persephone's Twitch bot to authorise through your. Apologies if you signed into Twitch ready for it, but yeah, it was. It's not something I've gone back around to yet. So I really must at some point. Do come join in. Need 12 of you to make it work. There we go. There's more than 12. Anytime entry is available on this game as well, I think. Now we're doing his disco lights. Don't get too carried away. You never know when I'm going to continue on. Thank you, Jack. Thank you for testing out the glyphs in this font pack as well. There's no capital A with an umlaut over it. It does indeed work. I feel Arun and Jack are having a private conversation. in Morse code or something. Silent Marine joining in too. I think it was by Jack's request that I added an unexclude function. I think it was in the mole, actually. Which we're playing next month, probably for one of the last times, actually. The mole, I was a great fan of the mole, but it doesn't seem to have lit the airwaves on fire particularly, so that will be taking a rest next season. I'll tell you more about next season at some point a bit later on. Oh, Ash, I've just seen your message. Thank you for that. Yeah, I sort of... The notification sort of went over my head when that came in. I just ignored it. But yeah, no, I appreciate you doing that. Right, once more around the lobby loop, and then I think we will lock it up. And we'll get 12 players into the hot seat. 22 in the game so far. 10 going to play in the lobby game as it is. About as well as James Newman. I don't know what that means, score count. When you aren't excluded, it says, welcome to Google That. When you exclude, it changes to 1. Oh, really? Ah, that's a very small oversight. But it's obviously because the name of the game has got an exclamation mark, so if you want to put punctuation on the end, it does need two exclamation marks, so it just means there's no punctuation on the end of the other one. Oh, it's a Eurovision thing. Oh, I see. Right. Last 10 seconds or so. 23 of you in so far. Gotta see if I can remember how to do this. I think this one is Stream Deck controlled. A lot of my games now are controlled through Hackbox, but this one does use the Stream Deck. Okay, 3 players excluded. Let's lock the lobby. All of the noise.
Let's discover our designated dozen.
Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Matt the ref. And yes, indeed, let's discover our designated dozen. It started confusing me with the Google That sound effect coming over the Google That sound effect. Let's find out which of our players are going to take up the podiums. Who are the 12 players who are going to play Google That tonight? We're going to start front and centre with Mark. Welcome to the game on the front podium right there. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. Round and round we go, a little bit more in the pastel colours of the podium. Sticking with the front row, there's the bassoonist on the yellow podium to go with your yellow background. Welcome to the game. Nice to see you. Who else have we got? Onto the middle row, Puzzle Dan. Up there on the red podium. Welcome on in, Puzzle Dan. Need a nice little triangle there. A quarter of our players are in. Let's have another one. Over in Corbin Corner this week, it's Inca. Welcome on into the game, Inca. Great to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Round and round we go. That's a third of the way through. Over onto the right-hand side of the middle. There's a Podo. Welcome on into the game. A Podo Nuevo. Good to have you with us. No one yet on the back row. Is that going to change now? It is not. We're sticking with the front row. And there's Clivy. Clive a Legend. Welcome to the game. You're into Google that tonight. A few more podiums that need filling. And we're going over to the left-hand side on the middle. There's Shapes. Welcome on in. Good to have you with us. Goodness me, this looking like a stacked lineup. On we go. Another player to be selected. I'm going to sneeze. Gliding overall, it's Claire. Yellow background, yellow podium. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. Well, welcome to the game. You've been on the stream a while, but welcome on in. Over on the far right, there's Kamikaze. Welcome on in to the game. 3 more podiums that need filling. 2 on the back and 1 on the middle row. We're going to the middle row next. It's Fernando. Welcome to the game. Great to see you. Hope you're keeping well. 2 more podiums require filling. Gliding, pole position rather. It's Natter on the top podium there. How long can he keep it for? We will find out. And 1 more podium that's going to need filling up on the back row. It's going to BC. Green to go with your Link outfit. Welcome to you all. I hope you're ready to play Google that tonight. I decided to finish off what was left of the Schlur, and then I've got a non-alcoholic Kopperberg, which is basically the same thing. Yeah, I might switch to some shorts a bit later on. Sorry if you have not managed to get into the game tonight, but don't worry, there is still the lobby providing evidence. Yes, okay, I will fix that exclamation mark bug in due course. In the fullness of time, so I will. If you did not get into the lobby tonight, don't worry, there is still a... Sorry, if you didn't get to the hot seat tonight, don't worry. There is still a lobby game available for you to play, and you will have lots and lots of fun in there as well. It's broadly the same game. The only one that's of any significant difference is round 3, and I kind of need to change that, actually, because it has now got the capacity to be exactly the same. Anyway... That's enough yakety yak. Let's get on with the game, and we'll go to round number 1. Round 1. We'll all play our own game of Google that. Yeah, good idea. Round 1 is the early bird. Answer multiple choice questions as quickly as possible. Fastest correct answer gets 10. Subsequent correct answers 2 points fewer than the previous scorer. After the 5th correct answer has been received, the remaining players score no points whether they are right or wrong. Exactly the same in the lobby game, except I think you get... Is it the top 2? Get 10, you get 2 players get 10, and then 2 get 8, and then 2 get 6, or something like that. But yeah, basically, the faster you answer correctly, the more points you get. If you're really slow and lots of people get it right, unfortunately, you're not going to get any points. Those are the rules. A, B, C, or D on your Hackbox devices. And here comes the first question. 20 seconds for it, and a note from Proogs that this first round is a sort of music round. Okay, it's a sort of music round. Is that citations on all of those columns? Apart from the last one where I will need it, possibly. I'm just going to hide the column because I haven't got much space to work with. It's mainly links in there. I'm going to hide that column. Excellent. Right. Fingers on devices, gang. Here comes question number 1. Which of these brands is not mentioned in Meghan Trainor's TikTok hit Made You Look? Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Versace, or Dior? Yes, a sort of unintentional music round. Dior was the right answer. Who got that one right? Oh yes, I forgot. The log comes up as the answers come in. Natter was the fastest for 10. Bassoonist getting 8. Everyone else was incorrect. Unfortunately, so no points there, but well done, Natter and Bassoonist. This is the pop culture reference that we're all here for, says Proogs. I got to know it quite well as it was our audience sing-along song for Panto at Christmas. Let's reset the podiums and go along to puzzle. I keep saying puzzle, we've been playing Data Leak. That's their puzzles. These are questions. Question 2. The WWF, now WWE, Superstars had a hit UK single in 1992 with which record? Slam Jam, Hitman Heart's Party Hit, Hogan's Anthem, or Wrestling Rap? Slam Jam was the answer. I was with family recently and we unearthed our vinyl single of this recently. It was fairly terrible. It was. I listened to it on YouTube earlier. It peaked at number 4 in December 1992. Good lord. Slam Jam was the answer. Fernando was fastest. Mark second. Shapes was third. Inca getting 4 and Claire getting 2. Everyone else was incorrect there. Well done. Five players getting it right. Let's reset the podiums. On we go. Question. Slam Jam. Thank you, ma'am. Indeed so. Question number 3. Take a look. The composer of Stranger on the Shore is best known for playing which instrument? Piano, trumpet, saxophone or clarinet? All answers in from our hot seaters. Much fruitier. He's a clarinetist. Not much else to say here other than his full real name was Bernard Stanley Bilk. Clive was fastest there. BC getting 8, Shapes getting 6, Natter getting 4, and Mark getting 2. Well played if you got some points there. Again, exactly 5 getting it right. Let's reset the podiums. No one's had the sad face of the yellow points yet, of +0. Let's go on. Question number 4. Memory lane. When David Tennant played Hamlet in 2008, he used a real Yorick skull donated to the RSC by a man sharing his name with which composer? Strauss, Bartok, Tchaikovsky or Handel? Yes, Prug's breaking the cardinal rule. We do know that it is never Tchaikovsky, but yeah, in this case it is. Also, you may recall that this was in the final purge last week, or the flip of the question. It was Tchaikovsky played which character in Hamlet was a final purge question last week, you may recall. I did let Prug's know when I sort of came to proofing them, and I said there's 2 very similar questions 2 weeks in a row, so I kind of like the idea of leaving it in, leave it as a memory test, as well as having the meme there. But yes, Tchaikovsky was the answer. Clive was fastest, BC getting 8, Shapes getting 6, Fernando getting 4, and Puzzle Dan getting 2. Inca, Natter and Kamikaze were all correct, but unfortunately just a bit too slow. So they go yellow. And yes, Andrei Tchaikovsky, spelt with a V or a W. Spelled with a W in my notes, but a V in the question. Polish concert pianist, composer who, after his death from cancer in 1982, bequeathed his skull to the Royal Shakespeare Company. Oh yeah, Shapes has sent me a new emote that I really need to, thank you for reminding me, because I had somewhat forgotten about that. I will sort that, and you know what, I will sort that immediately after stream. Would anyone like to see what Shapes' new emote is? Let me see if I can find it. It's, I don't know if I can I paste an image into... I can't paste an image into chat. I'll show you post-stream. I'll make it into an emote. But it's very good. I like it. It only took 14 months to remember to make it. Yeah, so it's only taken me, 2 weeks since you've mentioned it to me. Anyway, I'm chatting away. Let's reset those podiums. One more question in this round number 1. Take a look at this. The music hall song There Is a Tavern in the Town lends its tune to which children's song? Head, Shoulders, Knees and Toes, Michael Finnegan, I'm a Little Teapot, or the Alphabet Song? Head, shoulders, knees and toes with the head, shoulders, knees and toes. Ladies, let me see you get down low with the head, shoulders, knees and toes. That's the song I remember from DJing at the end of the last 2 decades. Last but 1 decade. Yeah, I can't remember who did it, but was it Pitbull? Was that Hotel Room Service? Anyway, before that, we had There Is a Tavern in the Town. There is a tavern in the town. And it goes, yeah, like head, shoulders, knees and toes. Originally written in the late 1800s, song was famously recorded in 1934 by Rudy Valley, with both a straight recording and one where he laughed all the way through his first take. Published in 1934. It's probably out of copyright, so you might like to play it on stream. Well, what a good idea. It sounds like this.
A tavern in the town, and there my true love sits him down. Oh, and drinks his wine as merry as can be, and never, never thinks of me.
Yeah, I think that's quite enough of that. Fun fact on this, we changed one of the answers because originally one of the answers was they had the alphabet song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and I'm a Little Teapot, an extreme music pedant that I am. I pointed out to Bruce that actually the alphabet song and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star are actually the same tune. A vous dirigez maman is the folk tune they're based on. I said that. So we should either change one of the answers so that they're all that, so we could have put Bar Bar Black Sheep down there, or change one of them so that they're all different ones. But there we go. Who was fastest there? Nando picking up 10, Mark getting 8, Claire getting 6, Kamikaze getting 4, and that was it. That is the end of the round. Let's reset the podiums and check out the scores. Should have got Megan Trader to write it, yeah. Ooh. Well, what an interesting start. Nando goes straight into pole position on 24. Clive's got 20, gliding overall, and Shapes has got 18, currently in third. Beats out the other Mark, who's also got 18. I'm not quite sure what the order is. It must go reverse alphabetical if the points are tied. Because, yeah, Claire and Bassoonist as well, and Inca and Kamikaze. I think it does reverse alphabetically, though I'm not sure why. BC with 16, Nat has got 14, Claire and Bassoonist on 8, Inca and Kamikaze on 4, Puzzle Dan's got 2, and Apodo is yet to score, but there are still lots of points up for grabs over the course of the rest of the quiz. And we are going to move rapidly on to round number 2. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to check out the lobby scores, first of all. Toot in the lead with 44. Jack's got 25. ABME's got 24. Arun on 21. Ralph 19. Otley 17. Matt 16. Kodo 15. Jogging and Silent Marine on 8. Tadaru on 6. And back into the fog you go, lobby players. And, yes, back to our hot seats. Back to our feature table, as it were. Let's move on. Round 2. Round 2 is a big game of chicken. You need to bid from 1 to 10 based on the category. This is the amount of points you are risking on the question. Only the 6 highest bidders plus tied lowest bids will be eligible to answer the question, so bid high if you definitely want to play. Low bidders earn a single point for each abstention or incorrect answer given by an eligible player up to a maximum of their bid. So if you're low and you're not eligible to answer the question, you can still pick up points. We call them Luigi points because they're points you get for not doing anything. For eligible players, correct players are awarded their bid, incorrect players will lose their bid, and abstaining players will lose half of their bid. Round it up. This is just to prevent you from all bidding 10 when the category comes up and then abstaining. So there is less damage if you are in the question but abstain than there is if you are in the question and you lose. Lobby players, it's the top half of the lobby will be eligible. So bid low if you want to try for Luigi points, but not so low that you're not going to get many Luigi points, but bid high if you definitely want to be in the question. That's about all there is to it. 10 seconds to get your bids in, and this 10 seconds goes down quickly. You just need to tap a button from 1 to 10, and then it'll be full answer required within 20 seconds for the main body of the question. Good luck. Fingers on buzzers. Here is the first category. Scientific units. There are some high bids here. Very high bids for this round. Inca bidding 10, Mark bidding 8, Claire going for 7, Shapes going for 6, BC, Fernando and Apodo going for 4, all eligible to answer this one. Nata, Bassoonist, Kamikaze, Dan and Clive all bidding either 3 or 2 are not eligible for this question. But yes, 4 getting in, a 3-way tie on 4, which is why we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in on this question. 20 seconds, good luck, here it is. What is the SI unit of electric charge? It's the Coulomb. The Coulomb. Watt, volt, and ampere are all incorrect answers, I'm afraid. A couple of abstentions. Were a couple of abstentions on there? No, there weren't. Everyone got it right. No. There were abstentions. BC and Claire abstaining, losing half of the bid rounded down. Luigi points, maximum Luigi points, because there were at least 3 who got it wrong, so well done if you've Luigi'd out that. Yes, Coulomb is named after Charles Augustin de Coulomb. The ampere is the unit of, not resistance, current. The volt is power, I think. Unit of electrical potential. And the other one, the watt, is the watt resistance? No, the ohm is resistant. The International System of Units, standard unit of power. equivalent of 1 joule per second. Yes, the coulomb is charge, though. There are so many different electrical units. Proves is all over it. Ampere is current, volt is voltage, watt is power. Nicely done. Let's reset the podiums and move on to the next category, 1 to 10, and the category is fabrics. How do you feel about fabrics? I thought we might get some 3s in there. BC bidding 2, Bassoonist bidding 1, not eligible, but Clive, Inca, Fernando, Dan, and Nata all bidding 3. And there's a big tie. 10 players eligible for this question, right up to Claire, though, bidding 8. Feeling quietly confident, I guess, or maybe quite loudly confident if we go for 8. 20 seconds, good luck, here's the question. Which type of durable cloth is traditionally made from wool and has parallel vertical ridges called wales woven into the base fabric? It's corduroy is the answer. Kamikaze, that came in right on the bell there. And it's taken your points off because it's not got through the spell checker, but it is what we call phonetically plausible. Let me have a look at you. Kamikaze. Kamikaze, there you are. Zoom. I should be able to control all of this from the stream deck, but for reasons best known to past Ben, I can't. I will allow that. Corduroy. Turns it into a +5. Yeah, corduroy. Textile with a distinctively raised cord or wale texture. Modern corduroy is most commonly composed of tufted cords, sometimes exhibiting a channel bare to the base fabric between them. Both velvet and corduroy derive from fustian fabric. Corduroy looks as if it is made from multiple cords laid parallel to each other. Wrong answers there, including tweed, herringbone, burlap. Bad luck, you're going to lose your stake. And well done, Luigi. Points going out to BC and Bassoonist there. Well, let's reset the podiums. As we move on to the next category, bidding from 1 to 10, and the category is Internet TV. Puzzle Dan definitely wants in on this question with a bid of 10. Confidence there. Bassoonist and Kamikaze going for 6. Clive for 5. Shapes and Fernando each going for 4. We've got exactly 6 in first time, I think, this round. Nata and Apodo going 3. Claire, BC and Inca going 2. Mark going 1. I'm going to sit this one out and hope some Luigi points. Nice if Nata and Apodo can get their Luigi points. 3 of them up for grabs. 20 seconds on Internet TV. Take a look at this. That is very online. Let's see if he likes the question. Which island country has the internet top-level domain of the abbreviation of the word television? Yeah, it's a slightly different interpretation of internet television there. Tuvalu is the answer. That's what Amazon categorized it as. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong question. There's a cryptic clue for the next question. I've read the wrong citation there. Hopefully not a tricky question to help people bump their points up a bit, but not in the case of Puzzle Dan and Kamikaze, who've lost 10 and 6 respectively for Jersey and Papua New Guinea. But yes, Tuvalu TV is what we call television for short, and .tv is the top level domain for Tuvalu or Tuvalu. Well played. If you got some points there, let's reset the podiums. 2 more questions in this round. Question number 4 coming up next, and the category is contemporary fantasy. Couple of 4s in here, but mostly 3s. Fernando, Mark and BC bidding 2, not eligible to answer this question. Clive, Bassoonist, Apodo, Dan, Claire and Nata all bidding 3, with Inca and Shapes and Kamikaze bidding 4. 9 players in. 20 seconds to answer this question on contemporary fantasy. Take a look. Here at the 2013 magical realism novel, now a play, The Ocean at the End of the Lane. Maybe you lose fewer points if you abstain. And There are indeed quite a few abstentions going on there. Neil Gaiman was the answer. This is what Amazon categorized it as, a contemporary... What did I say? Contemporary fantasy. Yes, Neil Gaiman was the answer to that. Shel Silverstone and Hennig, incorrect answers. You're going to lose your bids. And a few abstention losses there as well, mitigating the damage by abstaining. 3 sets of 2 Luigi points going out to Nando, Mark and BC. Well played. Let's reset the podiums. One more question in this round. Take a look at the category. Bidding 1 to 10 on cable standards. Ties of 4 getting in here. Clive, Mark, Apodo and Shapes and Natter all bidding 4. Basunis going for 5. Kamikaze going for 6. Puzzle Dan, Fernando, Claire, BC and Inca bidding 2s and 3s. Hope for some Luigi points. 20 seconds. I have a feeling... Let's go. I'm going to preempt this. I think BC might be sad that he's abstaining from this question, but I might be wrong. Good luck. 20 seconds. Take a look at this. What does RJ stand for in relation to cable connectors, e.g. RJ45 and RJ11? I don't know, I just had a feeling this question is in your wheelhouse, but I might be wrong. Is it? Oh, maybe it's not. Podo and Natter go for a wild stab in the dark for Royal Jelly and Joiner. Remember, you lose fewer points. Nobody getting that one, though. You lose fewer points if you abstain. So the players who were in and sat it out, just losing half their bid. Podo and Natter losing their whole bid. Is worth a punt, I suppose. Yeah, lots of Luigi points going out there. Registered Jack is the answer. I have to say, I didn't know that. I know what it looks like on RJ45, certainly, but yeah, I had no idea. The RJ and RJ45 stands for Registered Jack, a standard designation that originated with the Universal Service Ordering Code, the USOC scheme of the Bell system back in the 1970s for telephone interfaces. Sorry, all says Priggs. Robson and Jerome. The answer, no, RJ45 port from Catane, from the Catane days. Oh, back in the good old days when Catane was not what it is now. No offense to anyone who is still there, but I'm gonna talk about that. The game is still fun. Maybe we'll play it on stream. We need to play it on stream sometime. Maybe I'll do that on the Saturday in between the off season, or maybe I'll do some dev stuff. I don't know. I feel like I should stream on that Saturday after the season finale. Maybe Catane, bring it back. Could be fun. Anyway, that's the end of question 5. It's the end of round 2. Let's clear the podiums. Check out the scores. Oh, the smaller one on the back of modems and phones. Yes, I know the one. The one that goes into your internet socket. That's a lot of minus symbols. Nando is in pole position with 35. Clive is gliding overall with 25. And BC is in third place with 22. Shapes and Mark on 16. Both of them still on 16, I think. Both, I think, went in with 16 and both finishing on 16. Claire with 14, Inca with 13, Basunis with 12, Natter with 10, Kamikaze with -1, Apodo with -3, and Puzzle Dan with -7. How are we doing in the lobby? Let's take a look. Toot still in the lead, 59. Jack's got 31. Arun on 28. Matt's got 25. ABMe 22. Ollie 20. Silent Marie 17. Jogging's on 15. Ralph on 13. Tadara on 6. And Colo down on 2. Bit of a expensive round there. We can get through this together. You got this. That's it. Prue's going to be the cheerleader as we move on to round number 3. Which is called Taboo. Give a single answer to the list form question. The fewer people who say any given correct answer, the more points are awarded. Unique answers score 10. Answers shared by 2 players score 6. Subsequent shared answers score 2 points fewer than the previous shared answer. If 5 or more players give the same answer, no points are awarded. Players in the lobby game are awarded 5 points if their answer matches with any hot seat player, regardless of whether it is a correct answer or not. So, in the hot seat game, you are trying to think of the most obscure correct answers. In the lobby game, you are trying to think of the answers that people in the hot seat are going to say, if that makes sense. So, hopefully that does make sense to everybody. Let's play on to round question number 1. 20 seconds for each question as before. Full answer required typed in on your Hackbox devices. And remember, we are after just one from the list form question, but the one you think nobody else is going to say. Starting with a vaguely topical question, take a look at this. Name an artist whose paintings featured in the top 10 list of most viewed on the National Gallery's website during the pandemic between March 2020 and February 2021. This isn't the vaguely topical one. The next one is the vaguely topical one. Answers. Jan van Eyck, Hans Holbein the Younger, Vincent van Gogh, Joseph Mallard, William Turner, Leonardo da Vinci, Diego Velázquez, Henri Rousseau, Titian, and John Constable. Let's take a look down the answers. Wrong answers first of all. Bassoon is going for Picasso, Fernando going for Munch, Puzzle Dan going for Warhol, and Apoda going for Munch. I'm afraid those are incorrect answers. Two players saying John Constable, 6 points each. Who said Constable? Clive and Mark. Well played. No one going for Titian or Rousseau or Velázquez. One went for Da Vinci. Who said Da Vinci? BC, 10 points to you. Well played. Two going for JMW Turner for 6 points. Nicely done. Two Shapes and Inca. Two players going for Van Gogh as well. Natter and Kamikaze, 6 points to you. And one player went for Hans Holbein the Younger. Very well done, Claire, 10 points there. So London's National Gallery holds many treasured paintings, many of which were viewed during the pandemic online. JMW Turner appears twice on the list, which is why there are only 9 answers. The list as it is: the Arnolfini portrait by Van Eyck, The Ambassadors by Holbein, Sunflowers by Van Gogh, The Fighting Temeraire by Turner, Virgin of the Rocks by Da Vinci, Rain, Steam and Speed by Turner, The Rokeby Venus by Velázquez, Surprised by Henri Rousseau, Bacchus and Ariadne by Titian, and The Hay Wain by John Constable were the top 10. I have a funny feeling Munch was number 11, but I might be wrong. I remember seeing that name when I looked it up earlier on. But yes, the paintings in the top 10, not the top 10 artists, which is why there are only 9 artists. I don't have to condone anything there. Let's move on rapidly to question number 2. Fingers on Hackbox devices. Here it is. Name one of the next 10 people in the line of succession to the UK throne. The Prince of Wales, that is William, Prince George of Wales, Princess Charlotte of Wales, Prince Louis of Wales, the Duke of Sussex, i.e. Prince Harry, Prince Archie of Sussex, Princess Lilibet of Sussex, the Duke of York, Princess Beatrice, and Miss Sienna Mapelli Mozzi. So, yes, this is the vaguely topical question. Yeah, Princess Anne, or the Princess Royal, is not a right answer, because you've got to, the way it goes, it doesn't go, because Princess Anne is, even though she's the eldest of the Queen's children, I believe, it has to go through the lines of all the children of the current monarch, i.e. King Charles. So it goes through all his children. Well, it goes through his eldest child and then his children. Then it goes back up to Harry and down through his children. Then it goes back up to Andrew and then down through his children. And after that, we get beyond 10. So, yeah, 4 players going for the Prince of Wales, or William. So just 2 points going out to Nando, BC, Dan, and Bassoonist there. No one going for George. 2 going for Charlotte. 6 points each to Shapes and Innes. No one going for Louis. 1 saying the Duke of Sussex. What a natter, getting 10 points there. 1 saying Archie as well. That would be Mark, 10 points to you. No one going for Lilibet. And 1 for the Duke of York, Prince Andrew. Apodo going for Prince Andrew, getting himself 10 points. No one going down as far as Princess Beatrice or Sienna Mapelli Mozzi, but well done if you did take away some points there. Eugenie, I don't know where Eugenie features. Genie, line of succession. Maybe she's 11th? She is 11th. She's the younger daughter of Prince Andrew, Duke of York, and Sarah, Duchess of York. She was, at birth, she was 6th in line of succession to the British throne and is now 11th after Sienna Mapelli Mozzi. Sienna Elizabeth Mapelli Mozzi, who is 10th in line to the throne. I'll tell you who she is. She's Princess Beatrice's daughter. So yes, we'll go to Beatrice and then on to Beatrice's children. So it would have been Eugenie until probably quite recently. Son August is 12th, then Edward, James, and Louise, then Anne. Thank you, Jack, our deputy political editor. Are you political editor now or our deputy political correspondent? I can't remember your title. Anyway, interesting question, diving into the line of succession of the throne of Great Britain, but let's clear that. Let's reset the podiums, since I don't need to amend anything, and go on to puzzle or question number 3. Fingers on keyboards or Hackbox devices. Here it is. Senior royal correspondent. Name one of the teams that had one of the top 10 best-selling football, that is soccer, shirts globally in 2022. There will need to be a couple of corrections here because there are things that have not been accepted but are correct. Oh, and we've got some yellow as well. 5 players went for Real Madrid. Nata, Mark, Kamikaze, Clive, and BC. It is a correct answer, but unfortunately too many of you said it. Man United, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Barcelona, Juventus, Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, Arsenal and Manchester City. Now, wrong answers in here. Qatar is not right. Claire saying Man U, that is correct. Just give me a second to... Claire, zoom in on Claire. Oops, focus on the right window. Zoom in on Claire. Condone answer as Manchester United. Yes, that's what we want to do. Tick. Turn that into a 10 for you. So it's just one player saying Manchester United so far. Any others I need to check out? Fernando going for Paris Saint-Germain. Yes, that is a correct answer. PSG. Paris Saint-Germain. So let me find you, Fernando. Let's zoom in on you and condone that as out of range. PSG. There you are. Paris Saint-Germain. 10 points for you. England, and another one, Shape saying FC Barcelona. I don't think there'll be quite so many needing to be condoned here, but Shapes. Zoom in on you and we will condone that as Barcelona. Barcelona. There you are. Oh, someone else, you just denied somebody. You've denied Innes and 4 points out of that. Sorry, but Shapes is terribly sorry, Innes. He's denied you your 4 points there. Yes, so the answers there. One player saying Man United, that was Claire in the end. 5 going for Real Madrid, so no points. Nobody going for Bayern Munich or Liverpool. 2 in the end with Barcelona. Shapes and Innes, 6 points there. One player said Juventus. Who was that? Basounis, well done, 10 points to you. Nobody going for Chelsea. Fernando getting Paris Saint-Germain for 10 points. Well played. Arsenal and Man City also. Nobody going for those. So, well played. If you've got some points, let's clear the board or reset the podiums. I think I'm all done there. And we'll go on to clarify on this question. We are after age in absolute terms, not at the time of the recording. So, i.e. people with the earliest birthdays. Okay, so people born earliest. Just to clarify what we're talking about as we go into question number 4. Up to and including the current Series 15, name one of the top 12 oldest Taskmaster UK contestants, excluding specials. Okay, Frank Skinner, Joe Brand, Bob Mortimer, Jenny Eclair, Hugh Dennis, David Baddiel, Lisa Tarbuck, Ardlo Hanlon, Alan Davis, Tim Vine, Richard Herring, and Al Murray are the answers. Wrong answers. Ainsley. I'm afraid I've not got anything even remotely resembling an Ainsley there. We can't have that. Rod Gilbert. He's 15th. After Al Murray, it goes Mel Gedroyd, Lee Mack, and then Rod Gilbert, but not one of the top 12. Mike Warnack, not on my list, I'm afraid. And Victoria Coram Mitchell, nowhere in sight. Has she been on Taskmaster? Has VCM been on Taskmaster? Oh, Ben Ainsley. Not on my list, I'm afraid. When was VCM born? Was she 70 something? Oh, 72. Yeah, she's way down the list. So yeah, Frank Skinner 57, Joe Brand 57, Bob Mortimer 59, Jenny Eclair in 60, Hugh Dennis 62, David Baddiel 64, Lisa Tarbuck 64, Ardlo Hanlon 65, Alan Davis 66. This is the year they were born, incidentally. Tim Vine 67, Richard Herring 67, and Al Murray in 68. Ainsley Harriott would be incredible. Anyone I need to condone? No, we've established that. 1 go for Joe Brand, Clive picking up 10 points. 2 for Bob Mortimer. So Natter and Shapes getting 6 points each. 1 for Jenny Claire, well done BC for 10 points. 1 for David Badil, who was that? Claire getting 10 points there. 1 for Lisa Tarbert, that was Fernando, and nobody going for any of the others. Well played. If you did pick up some points there, let's reset the podiums. And we were going. I think the reason I'm taking so long on this is because it's been so long since I played Google That. And yeah, it's one of the games you've got to be very careful, particularly on this round. So I know it's sped up a lot since the old version of it, but hopefully it's not being too much of a detriment to you. Let's get ready for the final question of this round. Question number 5. Take a look at this. Give one of the 10 countries with the most individual or shared World Heritage Sites. Oh, hello, dog. Probably just woken up and been startled by something. Italy, China, Germany, France, Spain, India, Mexico, UK, Russia, and Iran. There are currently 1,157 UNESCO World Heritage Sites across 167 countries. This includes cultural and natural sites. Dogs, shush. I haven't got the exact numbers to hand, but I did check it out earlier on, and they did all check out indeed. 3 players going for Italy. Clive, Nando, and Innes getting 4 points each. 1 going for China, which was Shapes for 10 points. 1 saying Spain for 10 points. Well done, Natter. And that was it. Nobody else going for any of the others. Let me just double check the wrong answers. United States, no, it's not on the list, I'm afraid. UK, but not the US. Japan. I thought Japan. Japan is 11. I thought it was higher up. It's got, but it's in the top 10 for just cultural. No, for just natural, I think. But overall, it drops to about 11 or 12. So bad luck on that one. Canada wrong, Egypt wrong, and USA incorrect, I'm afraid. So Japan is 11. Thank you, Bruce, for confirming. That is the end of round number 3. Thank you for your patience as I went through that. Let's reset the podiums, check out the scores. So Nando's still in pole position with 61. Shapes has got 50, and Clive has got 45. Claire just a point behind on 44, as is BC. Nat has got 42. Inca on 35. Mark 32. Bassoon is 24. Apodo on 7. Kamikaze on 5. Puzzle down on -5. So what, 2 rounds to go, and there's still a lot of points up for grabs, including 100 available in this next round. Let's see how the lobby's getting on. Toot still in the lead with 74. Jack's got 51. Arun on 43. Otley on 40. Matt's got 35. Jogging on 30. AB, me, and Silent Marine on 27. Ralph 23. Colo 17. And TADARU, if you put the white space in between each letter, has got 11. Back to the mist you go. So round 4, and I will give you some hints as to what to expect after you have made your bids. Because round 4 is the blind auction. Bid on how many questions you can answer on a pair of categories from 1 to 10. We'll alternate between the 2, and abstaining from bidding will cause a default bid of 1. You'll get 10 increasingly difficult questions on alternating categories. And I'm just going to check something that actually this did get fixed. It did. There was a bug in this where actually question 1 went to question 10, but that has since obviously been fixed. And I normally, old habits, when there's a bug one time, I have to check it for like the next 5 packs, and I didn't check this one, but it has been fixed, so that's good. 10 increasingly difficult questions on alternating categories will be asked. Each question is worth increasingly more points. First worth 1, then 3, then 5, which will add up to a nice round 100, with question 10 being worth 19 points. If you successfully answer the number of questions you have bid, you bank your points and are frozen out of the rest of the round. Answering a question incorrectly will increase your bid by 1. There is no penalty for abstention. So if you don't know, abstain is a good tactic in this round, because you get it wrong, you have to not only don't get that one, but you have to get 1 extra. If you fail to reach your bid, you score no points for the round, and if it becomes impossible for you to reach your bid, you will be frozen out of the rest of the round. So make sure you are bidding carefully. You've got 10 seconds to get your bid in. Again, you need to press a button from 1 to 10. I think it shows you a readout of everyone else's scores here, so you can make an educated decision as to how many points you're going to wager. Lobby game works in exactly the same way here. Good luck to you all. Get your bids in from 1 to 10 on the categories of Jim Henson's Creatures and Repetition, Repetition. Okie dokie. So once you've hit your target, you won't be able to answer anymore. So choose which ones you want to answer carefully. You can abstain without penalty. Just to go into these categories, Jim Henson's Creatures are not strictly all to do with the Muppets, but there will be a hint to the rest of the question in the Muppet character that is given at the front end of each. Okay? So work out what creature, what Muppet is being referred to, and it will give you a hint to the rest of the question. It won't necessarily give you the actual answer, but it will give you a hint. Okay? For repetition, repetition, all of the questions have got a repeated, all of the answers, I should say, have got a repeated word in them. Repeated word or repeated phrase or repeated collection of letters, let's say. So, yeah, just an extra little hint for you. If you are struggling, that might help you out. Double talk, if you like. So, 20 seconds for each question. You don't have to answer all of them, but in order to bank out any points, you must hit your target. And remember, wrong answers will increase your bid by 1. Lots of people going for 5 here. Nando, Shapes, Clive and Claire and Natter, Kamikaze and Apodo all bidding 5 here. BC's gone for 3. Inca and Mark have both gone for 6. Puzzle Dan going for 4. Bassoonist with a target of 1, but may have been out of time on, I think was out of time on the bidding, so that could be a default bid. You can inflate that Bassoonist by getting questions wrong on purpose if you like. But don't get too carried away, because otherwise you'll be frozen out. Good luck to you all. Here is the first question on Jim Henson's Creatures. The yellow one. What is the tallest and heaviest real bird in the world? People having a go at this one. Oh, Bassoonist has gone for it. There's your 1 point, and you have banked it immediately, but you won't be able to answer any more questions this round. You are up to 25. Ostrich was just a big bird. So as I explained that, there will be a clue. You fell into the trap. You did indeed. Yeah, that's a clue to what's coming up. In this case, it's a bird-related question. Big bird is not the answer. It was ostrich, the tallest and heaviest bird in the world. Both the tallest and heaviest with an average height of over 2 meters, sometimes as tall as 2.8 meters, and a weight of up to 160 kilos. At this size, the ostrich is, of course, a flightless bird, but can outrun plenty of animals with a top speed of 69 kilometers per hour, which makes it the fastest animal on 2 legs. The creature is Big Bird from Sesame Street, as Natter pointed out, but Natter is going to go up to 6. He's got his work cut out from here. Bassoonist, you have banked your points. You won't be able to answer any more questions this round. Let's reset the podiums and go on to question number 2. 20 seconds, and it's on repetition, repetition. Take a look. Which Belgian comic character has a white dog and is friends with a professor and a captain for 3 points? Answer if you want. Everyone has attempted this one. Nobody's saving up their points for harder questions later on. Trying to get a read on how difficult the pack is going to be. Tintin was the answer. Everyone attempting it, getting it right. Tintin, Snowy, Captain Haddock, and Professor Calculus. Very well done. 3 points to everyone. If you can bank out, let's reset the podiums. Nobody banking out on that one. A couple of people now, just the one person. BC just 1 away. Puzzle Dan needing 2. Next question. Back to Jim Henson's Creatures for 5 points. An elderly one. What is the name of the episode of Fawlty Towers that refers to a light dish that includes celery, apples, and walnuts? Oh, it's Waldorf salad. Proogs and I did discuss earlier on what do we do if people say Waldorf, but it does ask for the TV episode, and as Proogs said, I would never know, because actually I've never ordered a salad in my life. But if you go into a restaurant, you would order a Waldorf salad, or Waldorf salad, you wouldn't just order a Waldorf. The character in question is the Muppets are Statler and Waldorf, but we did need Waldorf salad because we were after the episode title, the 3rd episode of the 2nd series of Fawlty Towers. Gourmet Night, Bump Me Up Ben from Puzzle Dan, Waldorf, and Waldorf. I'm not going to allow Sorry to be a bit brutal there. We actively had that conversation as to whether or not we should accept it, but because it's asking for a TV episode title, Waldorf salad, we did need the full one there. Well done if you did get that. Let's reset the podiums. Bad luck on those Waldorfs there. No one banking out. Oh no, BC has banked out 9 points there. BC, you won't get any more questions, but those 9 points are safe for the round. Let's go on to the next question. Back to repetition. For 7 points, what is the music of the Galop Infernal from Offenbach's Orpheus in the Underworld, more commonly known as? It's the can-can. Dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, dim, 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 dim. Great piece of music. Yes, the can-can, or some variation on can-can, would have been accepted. The last decade of the 19th century, the Paris cabarets, the Moulin Rouge, and Folie Bergère adopted the music of the Galop Infernal from the culminating scene of the opera to accompany the can-can, and ever since then, the tune has been popularly associated with the dance. Fun fact, I used to think the lyrics were I, ippy, yippy, I, yippy, yippy, I. I thought it had lyrics to it for the longest time. I've actually seen Orpheus in the Underworld live. It's quite a good good musical. Musical? It's not a musical. It's an opera. What the fuck are you talking about then? Worth your time if you want to go and see it. Can was the answer. Let's reset the podiums. Nobody banking out there. Claire's 1 away. Dan and Kamikaze 3 away. Fernando 3 away. Clive 2 away. Let's see what you make of this next one. Coming back to Jim Henson's Creatures. Take a look. The 9 points, the green one. About whom was the 1997 film in which Stephen Fry played the eponymous role? A film which also saw Orlando Bloom make his screen debut. You know who the green one is? It might give you a little hint. Well done to Mark and Shapes. 2 marks getting Oscar Wilde there. Oscar Wilde, yes. Oscar the Grouch is the Muppet, and the film is about Oscar Wilde. It's just called Wilde. We're asking about whom it was about, so I will accept Oscar Wilde as well as Wilde. It's not asking for the name of the film. It's asking for who it's about. So Oscar Wilde and Wilde are both acceptable. Unfortunately, Mr. Toad is not acceptable, Clive, and I'm afraid you're going to get an extra pip. Let's reset the podiums. So, with 5 questions to go, we're at the halfway mark. Claire still needing 1, and Clive, Shapes, Nando, Kamikaze, Dan, and Mark all needing 3. Natter and Apodo and Inca needing 4. Can't afford any more wrong answers, Inca and Natter and Apodo. You can afford 1 more wrong answer, Kamikaze, or 2 abstentions. Let's take a look at question number 6, repetition. Take a look at this. Welcome to the stream, Not a Cat. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. For 11 points, which late former Bolton League cricketer and Bury Football Club manager had 2 professional footballing sons and a professional netballing daughter? Neville was the answer. This is a little contentious. I probably should have added singular Neville to it because the convention is we do accept just surnames even though it is Neville. Neville, even though it's a repetition round. I am going to accept Shapes' and Inca's response of Neville. Just give me a moment. Player to focus on Shapes. Zoom. Neville. We'll allow that. And Inca as well. Inca, there you are. Zoom. Yeah, we'll allow that. Tick. Neville or Neville was the answer. Neville. Claire banking out there. 27 points you've earned that round. You can't see the pop-up because it's gone under the stage. Natter saying, take my points, Ben. Bad luck, Natter. You are going to be frozen out here, I'm afraid. Yes, sons were Gary, Man United in England. Phil for Man United and Everton. Daughter was Tracy for Manchester Leeds in England. The way into this is known that the trivia, that Gary and Phil's dad is called Neville, or the 2 brothers both being in football with the same surname. To be honest, that's what I would have guessed anyway. Neville. I'm going to stop saying Neville because it's losing all meaning. Let's reset the podiums. Natter, you've gone grayscale and you're not going to get any points for the round. Bad luck. 3 have banked. 1 has gone grey. There are 4 questions left. Apodo, you need all 4. Inca, Dan, Kamikaze, Mark, Clive, you can't afford any wrong answers, but you can afford one abstention. Nando and Shapes, you can afford one wrong answer or two abstentions. Very best of luck. Back to Jim Henson's Creatures. Take a look at this. For 13 points, The Red One. What is the name of the title song, subtitled Man in Motion, by John Parr, written for the film of the same name in 1985? Five attempting, five getting it right. St Elmo's Fire was the answer. There's a cracking version of this recorded in lockdown on YouTube. If anyone wants to go and have a listen to that, you can find it there. St Elmo's Fire is also a plasma electrical corona discharge which is speculated to have ignited the Hindenburg. And of course the Muppet in question, the red one, was Elmo. Very well done. You're saving yourselves for now. Let's reset the podiums. No more grayscale, but we have got 3 more questions to go. And Clive and Inca and Apodo, you do need all 3 of them. Mark, Kamikaze, Puzzle Dan, and Fernando, you can't afford a wrong answer, but you can afford an abstention. Shapes, you can have 2 abstentions, or 1 wrong answer, or get 1 right to bank. Good luck. Back to repetition. Take a look at this. For 15 points, what is a double 6-wheel bogie arrangement on a railway locomotive known as, and also the name of a cartoon monkey mascot? It's all got a bit tits up, hasn't it? That's a bit Clive. A bye from Apodo, a Chattanooga from Puzzle Dan. Coco was the answer. We said here not to accept Coco with an A or Coco with a K, but no one's gone for that. But they probably would have been accepted. On the face of it, a nerdy train question, so I included the Coco Pops monkey as another possible way in, so that it's not completely impossible. Those without the train knowledge can rack their brains for a cartoon monkey for a lucky guess. And we did discuss having a Coco with a K or Coco with an A at the end, and we said we probably would allow them, actually, after all. It does mean we're going to get some grayscale here. Puzzle Dan, Apodo, and Clive. It's not to be, I'm afraid. Let's reset the podiums. And that is 4 players going grayscale. 3 have banked, and 5 are still going. Mark, Kamikaze, and Inky, you need both. Nando and Shapes, you need 1 or the other. We can't afford any more wrong answers. Nando and Shapes, you can afford an abstention. Back to Jim Henson's Creatures. Question number 9, take a look. Mojo Jojo. 17 points. The Scandinavian one. What is the name of the Swedish fermented salted herring product that has gained a reputation for its putrid smell and taste? With or without the umlaut is accepted. Surströmming is the answer. Ooh, Sturmundsson, Kamikaze, Hakal. I'm going to look that up. Hakal, national dish of Iceland. No, that's the cheese one, isn't it? Sleep shark, been cured and particularly fermentation was hung to dry from fire. It has a strong ammonia-rich smell and fishy taste, making Hakal an acquired taste. I'm inclined to accept. Is it not the same thing? Oh, it's fermented shark. Oh, yes, we're after fermented herring. Yeah, I'm afraid that's not going to scan then, Inca. Almost got you there. Kamikaze, I'm going to say that's phonetically plausible. I am. I think that's phonetically plausible. I'm feeling generous because it's a particularly challenging word to spell, and I think the intention is clear. So I am going to allow... Hello, dog. Hello, Dexter. I'm going to allow that. You still need 1 more, though. Oh, hello, a bear. Look at this pupper. Oh, who's a big pupper? Hello. Hello, big pupper. Word like at that speed is fine. Sorry, I've been attacked by a dog. Hello, big pupper. Oh, we're off you so much. Oh. I want to see the dog in full screen. Oh, hello, Kissy. Right, can we finish this game, Dexter? He heard the mention of fish. Yeah, he probably did, actually. Do you want to say hello to everyone? There we go. Oh, Are you lonely downstairs because there's no one here? Okay, down you go. Good boy. That's what the webcam looks like in full, by the way. I don't know if it's noticeably any different. There we go. What was I saying? Yeah, Siströming, however you want to pronounce it. We're not going to allow Hakal Inca, so you are going to go grayscale. Nothing much to say other than it absolutely stinks. It was used in a protest in Hong Kong in 2018, with protesters opening a can in public to argue that the election system was totally rotten. And the Muppet is the Swedish chef. So it is a tricky question, so not a huge amount of help for you there with that Muppet one, but there's your link. Nando has banked 53 points, his Shapes has banked 60. This could make for a very interesting final, but we have got one more question. If I go back to the right profile, let's reset the podiums. As Inca goes grayscale. Repetition, repetition. A lot of pressure on here, Kamikaze. All eyes on you. Mark and Inca being frozen out on that. Mark getting frozen out as well. Swedish Night Broadcasting Online. Their apartment for a weekend. Nice. Question 10. Good luck. For 19 points, who was the UN Secretary General in the year that Riverdance featured as the interval act at Eurovision? So screaming. Need an answer, Kamikaze? And you're out of time. So academic on that last question anyway. Boutros Ghali, which means Peter Expensive. Another sort of modern topical link with Eurovision on the horizon. Yes, in office from the 1st of January 1992 to the 31st of December 1996, Riverdance featured in Eurovision 30th of April 1994 when it was hosted in Dublin. Way into this is mainly just to know your UN Secretary Generals, and linked with the repetition clue, there's really only one that fits. But I thought I'd include the topical Eurovision reference that we're all here for. So 1, 2, 3, 9 and 10. Really nice. Yeah, name a UN Secretary General. That is the end of the round. Let's reset the podiums and check out the scores going into the final. All change. Well, a little bit of change at the top. Nando is in pole position with 114. Shapes is gliding overall with 110. Claire is in third with 71. BC has 53, Clive has 45, Nat has got 42, Inca's got 35, Mark on 32, Bassoon is 25, Apodo's got 7, Kamikaze's got 5, and Puzzle Dan is on -5. But that is not the end of the story. It is still possible for anybody to win, and we've seen crazy things happen on this show in the past. Let's just check out what's happening in the lobby. Toot with a lead, though the gap's closed down a bit. A run now in second with 102. Jack's got 96. Otley with 92. Ralph with 39. Matt with 35. Plajogging with 30. AB Me and Silent Marine on 27. Cola's got 17. And Tadaru has got 11. So, one final round, which could make all the difference. It's the big finish. A wager from 10 points up to your current score based on a category. If you do not have at least 10 points, that applies to a couple of people, you will be given a default bid of 10. Answer the puzzle-based question within 30 seconds. Answering correctly will win you your wager. Answering incorrectly will lose you your wager. It's basically Final Jeopardy. Except there's a minimum bid of 10. So you will be given a readout of all the other players in your half of the game. So you can make an educated and reasoned bid, depending whether you want to go for glory, whether you want to go for a medal. And remember, points equal pennies in this game, so do think carefully about how many you're going to wager. And I will add that the wagers in this have to be typed. You have got 10 seconds. They do go by quickly. You have got to type your wager. So make sure you have got your fingers at the ready to get your wagers in. Otherwise, you'll get that default bid of 10. I don't see your bids, but I think I see your answers, or I don't see your bids, but I do see your. I see one or the other. I can't remember which one comes in on the log. It's either bids or answers that I see. I have a feeling it's bids, but obviously I won't say anything. So, the final category, with 10 seconds to bid and then 30 seconds, although I might give you a little bit of extra time on this final question. Good luck. The final category is Historical Only Connect. I can see your bids. Not everybody got a bid in. So this could be interesting. 30 seconds, and I'm going to set the timescale to 0.75. I really need... Well, the thing is, it's tied into the music. So you'll get slightly more than 30 seconds, because this is a bit of a puzzler. It's a gorgeous question to go with Historical Only Connect. Let's see what you can do with it. Good luck. The Big Finish question is... that. Oh, shit, I haven't changed the timescale. I have changed it now. I'll change it even lower. Bit of extra time here. I forgot I can't change the timescale in project settings because it's down to an update function. Dan, you going to get an answer in? There we go. And that is time up. First time, the first time ever, I think I've not read the question. So that's part of the puzzle here, but I will now. Only connect. It is a missing vowels round. We've shifted around some of the spaces. Oh, Topper, yeah, I heard you're not feeling very well, mate, but welcome on in to the end. Time for the Crystal Dome, if you fancy, but good to see you, mate. Hope you're feeling better. Now we get the question, yeah. So, to fill in the gaps, in Roman numerals, in which year did World War II end? The year, of course, is 1945, which in Roman numerals would be styled MCM XLV. MCM XLV... the other way before the big way, yes. MCN XLV 1945 in Roman numerals. So, let's take a look and see what you're said. Starting with Puzzle Dan, who started on -5. Ben, I had a lovely time. I take my bus fare home. That's not the right answer, Puzzle Dan, but thanks for playing. You're going to lose 10 points to standard default wager because you had fewer than 10 points. Kamikaze started with 5, going pretty close in the final round there to banking out the round 4 to banking out some points. Et tu, brut? Unfortunately, not the right answer. You're going to lose 10 points, finishing on -5. Going to Apodo, we know is also going to have a bit of 10 as a default wager. What'd you say? 1943, it's not the right answer, and it's not in Roman numerals either, so I'm afraid you're going to lose 10 points down to -3. On to Bassoonist. Started with 25, what did you say? World War II is not the right answer, I'm afraid. You're going to lose 10 points, going down to 15. Currently in the lead, first player with a positive score at the end. Mark started with 32. MCM XLV. Is that the answer? MCM XLV is exactly the right answer, Mark. Very well played. You're going to win 18 points, taking you up to a nice round 50. Very well done. Inca, you started on 35. MCM XLV is spot on. How many points did you wager? All 35. You have doubled up to 70. Well done, and into the lead. Natty, you started with 42. 1948, wrong year and not Roman numerals, I'm afraid. You're going to lose 12 points, taking you down to 30. On to Mr. The Clive, started with 45. 1945 is the right year, but the question was in Roman numerals, and that is not in Roman numerals, I'm afraid. You are going to lose all 45 points, dropping that down to 0, battler, but thank you for playing. BC started with 53. You said 1066 is not the right answer. It's also not Roman numerals. You're going to lose just the 10 points, dropping down to 43. Up to the top row then. Claire said MCM XXXXV. Very close, unfortunately, but it goes... L is 50. It's so you get the 10 minus the 50, effectively. It's not 4 X's. Oh, you're so close, Claire, but unfortunately it's not the one. You're going to lose 20 points, finishing on 51. 0 is a number. I like that as a raid message. Did it like a clock, fair enough. Oh, Shape's going the same direction. MCM XXXV. That would be 1935, which is not the right answer. Unfortunately, Shapes, you are going to lose 110 points. Dropping back down to earth. And Nando, we think I've on a default bid. It's a wrong answer. MMVL. That would give us 19... No, wouldn't it give us 2000 and... Well, I don't think that's actually a Roman numeral. 2045, maybe, but not the right answer, I'm afraid, Nando. You're going to lose 10 points, which means you are tonight's winner with 104. And the top row, it's Claire who takes the bronze, just a point ahead of Mark. Inca gets the silver with 70. And it's Nando's night taking the gold with 104. Very well played. Bottom row, all finishing on 0 or fewer. Unfortunately, you won't get any pennies. A message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref.
It's winner, winner, chicken dinner for Nando.
Very nice indeed. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Matt the Ref. And yes, well done to Nando. Everyone else who's got a positive score, you will get your weight in pennies. That was a savage game. Hope you enjoyed it, but sorry for the brutality. It was fun to watch. Yeah, great pack proves. I really enjoyed it. Very much good fun to do. It's always good playing Google. That's always good yarn. But yeah, points equal pennies. Let's just check out how the lobby's gotten on. And it is Toot. Toot gets another Google That medal in his lobby with 202. Jack finishing at 86. Otley in third with a very nice 69. Ralph 49. AB Me and Silent Marine on 17. Coda on 7. Matt on 1. Tadara on 1. And a runner jogging, wiping out presumably on that last question. Thank you all very much for playing. I hope you had fun. Well, we're going to go to the Crystal Dome just to wrap up the stream in a few minutes before I get Shapes' emote ready for the finale next week. But thank you all very much for playing. Thanks very much to Pruse for a great pack and for coming back to me and being so very, very helpful on discussion this afternoon with a couple of the changes that we made during the proofing process. But really, really good fun pack. Hope you've all enjoyed it as well. Well done to Claire on the bronze, Inca on the silver, Nando on the gold, and Toot on the gold in the lobby. You've been playing Google That. I'll see you for the Crystal Dome in a few minutes' time. Thanks for playing Google That. See you in a sec. Nando's night and Google and inverse nice. Google 96 for 96 bonus pennies if you fancy them. Let me stop the build because that data's already been written to the drive, and now it's saying you're trying to join the game twice, which you're not. Right. I can put the camera back on. Yes, Google 96 if you want some bonus pennies. Thanks again to Prugs for a great pack. Reminder, do cash in your micro pennies by the end of the stream next week, which is the finale. Because the more pennies, micro pennies can be converted into pennies, and the more pennies you have, the more chance you have of winning a prize during the penny prize draw. And I see Silent Marine cashing in another 100 pennies there. Let's add those on. I'll do that when the bonus finishes, just in case it screws anything up. I don't think it does, but you never know. The computer's just suddenly gone very quiet. Probably what happens when you finish running a game. Right, we can move all of those to the used folder. Thank you again to Fired, Arun and Prugs for the question packs tonight. And to Oni as well for assistance with the proofing. We can move those to used. Move. And that's done. Right, just before we wrap up, let's go to the Crystal Dome. Yep, that's both fine. There's our to play. And I'll stop that bonus right there. And let's give Silent Marine his 100 pennies. What pennies? Oh, Topper's cashing in 500. Getting ready for next week. There you go, Topper. Feel better soon, mate. So exclamation mark play if you want to come play the Crystal Dome. Instructions up there on the screen. A smattering of players in so far. We'll probably just do the one game of this because I'm feeling a bit run down with this Ulster, and because Megs is away this weekend, I stayed up ridiculously late last night for no good reason, so to probably get a reasonably early night. I say that, I know I won't. But yeah, just the one game, and then we're going to raid. We're going to go raid. I will say 0 is a number, I think, as the raid message. Is HUD still going, or is he wrapping up? He's been going a long time today. He's on Gamble Scramble, which means he's about to finish. It'll probably be done by the time we're done. Raid Messi. Oh, Messi's doing a dev interview. Always like Messi's dev interviews. We could go and see Messi. Haven't raided him for a while. Yeah, we'll probably do that. If there's no one else come to join, we've got 8, 9, 10, 11 players in. Get your predictions in. It's before playing 2 games. No, just the one tonight. Just the one tonight, Topper. Get your predictions in for some final end of the night puzzles for you all. How many are you going to get between you? And a message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref.
When I blow my first whistle, you can start collecting. When I blow my second whistle, you must stop collecting. If I blow my third whistle, I've swallowed the damn thing.
Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Matt the Ref. Right, Shapes, Natter, need a prediction from you all, if you please. There we go. Right. Richard O'Brien, over to you for a single visit to the Crystal Dome.
Will you start the fans, please?
And off we go, starting with Prime Composite. Deducted, 343. So you'll see. Emoji pattern. Letter change. Modal character. Fast maths. More fast maths. Letter absence. Letter change. Emoji pattern. Fast maths. Emoji pattern. And fast maths. And there's your time up. 343 is composite. You can divide it by something. 3 times. Swats becomes swathe. Or possibly swath. B is the modal character there. 3 plus 7 minus 8 is 2. 6 minus 4 minus 2 is 0. See, it is a number. P is in the top but not the bottom. Agon becomes agony, changing the E. That one appears just the once. 22 minus 7 minus 9 is 6, apparently. And in that emoji pattern, that one appears 5 times. And 5 minus 10 plus 9 is 4. Lupine was the closest. You got 97, 108 gold and 11 silver. Oh, you just miss out on your climbing weekend. 3 short. But Lupine was closest. 2 away with 95. 100 bonus pennies going to you to go with the 80 you won from the game. But well done to Innes and AB Me. 12 out of 12 there. 120 pennies going your way. And that's the end of that. And that is the end of the stream. Thanks all for coming. Show off my new webcam. I don't know if it's any different. If it's got any noticeable difference to it. But we're going to say 0 is a number. I'm fairly sure Huds is wrapping up. Is he wrapping up?
To absolute. That's going to be my ongoing plans. Now, a couple of things to let you know about before we go.
Yeah, he's doing end of night messages. So I think we're going to go raid the Messi coder. So we haven't raided him for a while. He does a lot of dev interviews and new assets and products. And he's doing a bit of a dev interview at the moment. So we'll go over and we'll just say hello. We're going to say hashtag 0 is a number. 0 is a number. So it is. I'm done for another day, for another week. But thank you all for playing. Again, thank you to our writers and to Oni for helping with the proofing. To all of you for playing and come to join. I hope you had a good time. Things coming up. Ash, I think, is back next week. I know he was off this week because he had band rehearsals and things. But it looks like he's got Redacted on Wednesday. and Snap It Up and possibly Hive Minds as well on Friday. Let's give him a shout out. Twitch.tv/AT_bash. Go and give him a follow. And 8 p.m. on Wednesday and Friday. Topper is back. We wish him a speedy recovery. I think he's not very well at the moment, but all being well, apparently no data was returned. But I promise you he is there Thursday nights, 8 p.m. over at twitch.tv/Topper1Gaming. And it's the Season 5 finale, apparently. Clever Dicks and the Diamond. Then he's just taking the 1 week off before coming in with Season 6. My, where does the time go? But that's Topper's season finale on Thursday. Do go and check that out. As for me, I'm back with my season finale next Saturday. You're going to have a big quiz drought. Topper and myself are going on hiatus for end of season stuff. But we've got the season finale next Saturday. Crossfire from Natter, the Mould from Shapes, and the Abyss from Ramsey, as well as, of course, the penny prize draw at the end of the evening, where you get a chance to win some fabulous prizes. So that's about all there is to it. My new webcam seems to have held up. I'm going to go and get myself the last of the alcohol-free ciders from downstairs, maybe do a bit of work, play with my dogs for a bit, and go to bed, I think, because that's the plan. Anyway, it's been great fun tonight. Thank you all again for coming to join me. We are going to go and raid the Messy Coder. And we are going to say 0 is a number. More interesting things to focus on during my break. That's good to hear. Thanks again, everybody. Until next time, you have been watching Game Night. I have been Royal Flush. Be absolutely splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe out there. Until I see you again, take care. Peace out. And good night.